that was when it really first hit me that we're in Mexico. You know, the whole terracotta walls painted and, you know, rendered.
I remember actually walking down the street when we first arrived and putting my arm around him and saying, can you believe we're actually here now? We had talked about it for almost 2 years, and it was the first time we could look around us and recognise Mexico for what was in our heads. Ready to go?
I'm not gonna lie, a little bit under the weather. Would love to blame it on jet lag, but mate, the tequila's got me from yesterday.
Tequila stitched him up. We've been here for, this is our second day and he's in trouble. So we're in Puebla.
We're about to go to what Jamie, our intrepid tour guide, has said is the best restaurant in Puebla. So.
And Puebla rocks so far, doesn't it?
Mate, Puebla's epic. There's nothing like Mexico City. It's what we envisioned Mexico to be like.
Yeah.
So
let's do it.
So we've made it. We're at Mural Poblanos, which Jamie here thinks is the best restaurant in Puebla.
It is the best restaurant probably in the history of Mexico.
Wow, that's a big call. I thought the trip was going to be all about street food, but then Intrepid throw a massive curveball and you go to this restaurant where the waiters are very upright, you know, it's full fine dining. Yeah. What are you going?
I'm going to need a little bit longer. I really want to study the menu. So for me, it's like Kid in the Candy Store.
Yeah.
It'll take a while.
Alright guys, we have some chinicuiles, cactus ones.
Let's go. Alright. I should have gone first, I can't do it now.
It's not great, man. The flavour isn't too bad, it's the texture that gets me. I know I'm eating worms.
Oh, they're better on their own.
No, they're not.
So I've got something that probably most people would recognise as being Mexican back home as well. I've got tostadas.
I had an old school traditional dish. It's an ancho chili stuffed with goat's cheese, a rich tomato sauce, and some rice. And it was literally, they cooked that dish however many years ago, and it's still the exact same thing, but it was super tasty.
When you get something right,
yeah,
right.
That's so good. So we're roaming the streets of Puebla. Probably the first time we've been 100% sober on the trip. You know, this is probably your favourite part of it.
Yeah, I'm really happy to be here.
Yeah.
We're on what's known as Sweet Street.
That's why you're happy to be here.
Probably more.
This guy is the biggest sweet tooth in the world. So
I'm looking forward to this.
This guy is going to put on 10 kilos on one street. You probably might have been able to see, but a little Mexican lady just went under the screen. So yeah. So we've come to our first little sweet stand, and
from what we can gather, it's fruit covered in sugar.
Simple as that.
Oh. This is the chili one, and this is the specialty.
What are these?
These are like gummy bears.
Like gummy bears.
Oh really?
Yeah. Yeah, try them.
Oh wow.
I was thinking it was just going to be sugar.
Yeah.
The apple's quite sour in this one, which is really good because there is a lot of sweet going on elsewhere.
Yeah.
I actually thought I was going to hate it, but I love it.
6:30 de la tarde y 8:30 de la noche.
Yeah, we just nearly missed the bus. We had to run from top of the station to the bottom of the station.
We got it. Here we are in Oaxaca.
I've been looking forward to this for a long time because everyone's saying that this is the best the food will get out of the whole trip. I'm still slightly drunk, and like Ben's been asleep for, well, you've been pushing 12 hours now, so I think it's time to wake the bastard up because we've got a cooking class in 15 minutes.
I thought we were going for breakfast, meeting at the restaurant at 10.
We were going for breakfast, but you slept through breakfast.
Yeah. Well, what the f we're doing here?
Waiting for you. This is a part where we come to the markets and basically get all the ingredients to go back and cook at Oscar's restaurant.
It was good to see all the books we've read and all the things we've been learning about back home, all those herbs and dried chilies and that. It was good to see them.
It'd be great to hang out there for a couple of hours, but this is like super quick. Oaxaca, for me and for you, is where the food probably peaked. We basically prepared all the food today, and now they're cooking up. So we've got the sopa. Yeah. We've got the tortillas that we made, and also some Oaxacan cheese. The mole, which I'm quite interested, it's reduced down pretty heavily. And then they had some chicken broth, and they served that over chicken. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Now, this is something that you've never, ever seen in Australian kitchen. I don't know, what are they?
Chicatanas.
Which is? Flies?
Ants.
Flying ants.
Oh. Like I said, they're not ready.
They're not ready.
Because
Never ready. Oscar, the first thing I need to do is thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That was amazing. I learned every dish. I learned something throughout the day. So very, very privileged to be here.
One of those dream moments for me, being able to have a Mexican cooking class with someone like you, see things done from scratch, because I've only ever read about it in books.
Everything that happened in the cooking class, we took away something from each one, which is absolutely what we want to be. Exactly.
Taking a bus ride about 40 minutes out of Oaxaca, and I reckon I've just had the best street food I've had in Mexico. Just ate slow braised lamb for 6 hours. It was cooked in a pit with this amazing broth. And if anyone complains about having a small kitchen, don't ever again. She's standing on some bricks, which is about that by that.
We've been hit by bones as she's cutting things up. It's just,
you might notice I'm sweating up because I'm actually sitting on the fire. So it's something we've never experienced before.
We've had our first live music in Mexico as well.
Cecilio? You want to belt us out?
yeah, I want to play.
6 hours slow cooked lamb broth. Their own personal band.
Soy un idiota, te perdí, pero te amo. Te amo, te amo. Soy un idiota, te perdí, pero te amo.
So we can't really sign off Oaxaca without having a bit of a chat about Mezcal.
We went to an actual Mezcal.
Mezcal's had a bit of a resurgence, hasn't it? It was initially the farmers' drink. It was what the tough men drank when they were sort of out in the fields. You go home at night, and it's the young people are drinking now.
Oh, that smells epic.
They put it in.
So after a few mezcals, warm and toasty, a little bit hungry, we had to find something to eat.
And there's no place better to be than a barbacoa. Smoke-filled alley, coals, a grill, meat hanging on hooks.
And it was simple as choosing your meat, and then they cooked it.
Andy, he had a chorizo sausage wrapped in a strip of steak, and that was one of the dishes that he had. It was just meat heaven.
I actually can't talk. I reckon I ate a kilo of meat by myself. I feel like I'm gonna die, but it was the best thing ever.
And he ate himself to the point where he said, I'm not eating anymore, and then ate some more, and then said, that's it, I'm done, and then ate some more.
We can't help it. It's that good, and there's so much of it.
Yeah.
He's going to be in a food coma, so I imagine he'll sleep for the first probably 5 hours of the bus, and then he'll be destroying the toilet. So that's going to be fun.
So Oaxaca has been epic, and the food has been great, but it's time to leave.
It's tough to leave, but the only thing that's light at the end of the tunnel is that we're going to the coast. The thing that we've sort of was on our wish list from the start was to head to the sand, and we're finally going.